In 2024, I unlisted over 1,000 YouTube videos. No warning, no dramatic announcements, I just disappeared from the Amazon FBA scene once and for all. Now, if you followed me before 2025, you'll remember I wasn't talking about how to start an online coaching business or get clients. Nope, I was deep into creating Amazon FBA related content. You know, product research, speaking to suppliers, negotiations, PPC ads, and pretty much everything else that people needed in order to get started selling on Amazon. Then one day, I just had enough. I woke up and I thought, I don't want to talk about this anymore. So I unlisted 95% of everything I ever posted and walked away from a channel that I spent years building and then started again, fresh, in a completely different direction. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. So today I want to tell you why I did it. Because if you're on social media right now, there may come a point where you feel like you need to pivot too. And when that time comes, I hope this helps. All right, so first of all, let me back up and just tell you why I started YouTube in the first place. Because it wasn't some master plan that I created. What happened is that the pandemic hit, I got fired from my shitty recruitment job. I was stuck at home already doing Amazon FBA, and I thought to myself, let me just try this YouTube thing out. Now, at the time when I started, I have done around 500K in sales, so I figured maybe I could share something that I've learned and some people may find it useful. Like, think about it, what's the worst that can happen? Nobody watches. And at least I'll be doing something productive instead of wasting like 5 hours a day playing Call of Duty Warzone. So what I did, I just gave myself 6 months, 3 uploads a week, and let's just see what happens. And for the first 3 months, literally nothing happened at all. A few subs here and there, but that's about it. Maybe 50 views if I was lucky. Then eventually, slowly after 3 months, things started to build. 200 views, 300 views, then the questions started to roll in as well. And I'll be honest, before I knew it, people were asking to book one-to-one calls with me. And by 2021, essentially my 6 months were up. And then that's when I had to make a decision. I either quit here or I double down. Well, I decided to double down and build a mentorship and eventually turned it into a coaching business doing around 50K each and every single month. But by January of 2023, that was the time where I made my first small shift. I decided to change my name from FBA Mentor to Ben Alistair because I thought to myself, I don't really want to be boxed into just one niche forever. And I'm so glad I did because a year later, I'll be honest, I just got bored. Now, don't get me wrong, Amazon FBA is great, but it's a lot of rinse and repeat of the same topics. There are literally like 5 main content ideas that everyone does. You've got product research, ads, mistakes, tutorials, and tips. Now imagine doing that 1,000 times. It's not like news, there's nothing new happening. You're just explaining the same concept in like 50 different ways. And after a while, it starts to feel like you're on autopilot. I mean, put yourself in my shoes. When you want to change too, a lot of people these days will tell you, start a business around something that you're really passionate about. Because when things get hard, passion is supposed to carry you through. But after 7 years in business, I've realized that honestly, it's such bullshit, at least at the beginning. Most people get stuck not because they aren't passionate, they get stuck because they're waiting to find out what they're really passionate about before they even start. See, here's what actually works in my opinion. You find an opportunity, you make some money, get out of your 9 to 5, and then start buying back your time doing what you like. You know, once you're free from your 9 to 5, then you can start figuring out what you really want to do. And that's exactly what I did. I found about Amazon FBA through an ad. I just saw an opportunity where I didn't need a warehouse, a team, or a massive amount of money to start, bought myself a course, and then start selling my very first product. And this was my very first product, a tanning mitt. Now ask yourself, how passionate do you think I am about tanning mitts? Not very. But I did enjoy selling them for $9.99 and pocketing around £3 of profit each and every single time. And that was enough because once I built financial freedom, then I actually had the freedom to look for something I actually enjoyed doing. All right, now here's something that most Amazon coaches won't admit to you. Selling on Amazon, believe it or not, comes with a ton of problems. I mean, your product can get banned. Your competitors can spam you with loads of negative reviews. Amazon might suddenly decide that you don't meet some random requirement and just shut you down completely. Or, and this is the most common one, your product might just suck. Nobody wants it and no one's buying. Now, when you're just starting out and running one product, sure, it's fine, you can deal with all of these problems. But when you got like 80 products selling all at once, yeah, it's just one headache after another. Every single day is just something new going wrong and it never ends. And I'll be honest, at some point I just thought, do I really want to be doing this in my life for the next 10 years? And the answer to that question was No. So if I no longer wanted to be in it myself day in and day out, why would I keep pretending I was an expert teaching other people on how to get started? It just didn't sit right with me. And here's something else that most people don't realize. This Amazon FBA coaching space, it's actually quite small. Like, everyone knows everyone. And after 4 years in the game, I've built some good relationships with a few of the other coaches, even though we are technically competitors. And what happened is that one day I jumped on a call with one of them, and then we just started talking numbers. And he goes, yeah, I'm hoping to make around 40 to 50K. And I'm like, in a month? And he comes back, no, like in a year. And in my head, I'm thinking, wait, what? Why is that his target? Why is it so low? So I started chatting with a few more coaches, and then it hit me. Most of them have absolutely no idea how to scale their business. Not because they're bad coaches, they're actually really good, but because nobody's ever shown them how to build systems, structure their offers, or market themselves properly. In the meantime, they're working like mad to sell on Amazon and only keep like 20 to 35% profits if things go well. Whereas with coaching, you can keep more than 80%. Because there's no inventory, no suppliers, no returns, and a simple coaching offer done right can take you from 2K a month to 30K a month. So I'll go back to the guy I spoke to and just say, hey, how about this? I'm thinking of actually stepping down away from Amazon FBA. Let me help you, and let's just see where it goes. He agreed, and then 4 weeks later, he goes from under 2K a month to over 8K a month in cash collected. But here's the part to me that mattered the most. I loved every second of it. Talking about landing pages, email strategy, building offers. I was so happy jumping on these Zoom calls. And for the first time in a long time, I thought to myself, yep, this is it. This is what I want to do going forward. So yeah, that's why I had to start fresh. Not because it wasn't working, not because I couldn't make money from it, but because it just wasn't me anymore. And I finally found something I genuinely enjoy, helping other coaches, creators, and experts just build something that actually gives them financial freedom. And look, if you're on the same path, trying to figure out how to grow your own offer, attract clients, and turn your content into income, I've put together some free resources that can help you. So I'll make sure to put that link in the description or pinned comment below. And who knows, maybe a year from now, you'll be making your own pivoting video too. And with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.